Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Khalil, and this is a back to school video. So welcome back. Let's get right to it. Let me first talk about my family. My family, I've been married for 6 years. I have two sons, twin-year-olds. Yes, and they are a joy to be around. Um, I am from Dinuba. I've graduated from Dinuba from high school. I went to elementary school here. I am part of the community. I have one sister who also is working for the district, and I have three brothers who live inside Dinuba too, and also my parents live in Dinuba currently right now. So some of my favorite things to do, and some of my favorite things is reading, for sure. Big fan of reading. A big fan of barbecue, especially tri-tip and chicken. Coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. Every once in a while, I've been known to have a Starbucks. Strawberries. Big fan of chocolate-covered strawberries. Whenever my wife lets me eat them, I will eat them, but she doesn't let me eat them all the time. Spending time with my family. Big on spending time with my family. And let me introduce our fourth grade teams. First, we have Miss Paulo Fox, uh, all the way to the left. Me, that's Mr. Khalil in the middle, and then we have Miss Guzman all the way to the right. And they are some of the best fourth grade teachers you'll ever see. I'm very blessed to work with them. Let me run through Google Classroom with you just for a quick refresher on Google Classroom. Excuse me. When you get to Google Classroom, you want to click on Classwork. And classwork will give you all the links. On the very top, we have our Zoom links. You have link for my class, for music, and for PE. Getting started has tons of information, especially for reading books and my contact information. You can always find my contact information right here. Okay, AR username and password portion of it. If you see this material under AR username and password, you have ELD Tuesday, Thursday. Only those with ELD see this assignment in their Google Classroom. If you see this, you have ELD with me Tuesdays, Thursdays at 8:30. Please do not miss, because if you do, it can reflect on your report card. In addition, username and each student will have their username and password for the AR site. There's also days and times inside that assignment for small groups, and you'll also find your AR reading range. If you look right here, we are currently in week 9. I'm gonna go through just the color coordinating, how we color coordinate everything. Fourth grade is all the same. Yellow is for everyday assignments. Orange is for Monday assignments. Purple is for Tuesday assignments. Red is for Wednesday assignments. Green is for Thursday assignments. And blue is for Friday assignments. So if you're ever confused about what to do what day, please look at the color coordination. In fact, let's go back and I'm going to show you an example of our schedule right here. Monday through Thursday is pretty much the same. It's either going to be music or art or PE or ELD on those days. So if you look at this schedule, uh, Monday through Thursday, in fact, Monday through Friday, it's going to look like that. So, excuse me, 9 to 9:30 we recommend reading journals. 9:30 to 9:50, 9:30 to 9:15, I'm sorry, is small groups. Again, check Google Classroom for that. um Recess is going to be 10:15 to 10:30 is when we recommend you give them a break. Again, back to Google Classroom work from 10:30 to 11:30. Lunch is 11:30 to 12:15. Don't forget, Mondays and Wednesdays Wilson passes out lunch. Our Zoom link is going to be every day at 12:15, and they usually run through 1:45. Okay. Again, back to Google Classroom from 1:45 to 3 o'clock, and then at 2:15 to 3 is also my office hours. If you have any questions, I will be posting this in Google Classroom under Getting Started, and you could also message me. Okay, let's keep going. Report cards. Let me go over report cards. First and foremost, attendance will be reflected on report cards, especially for ELD and small groups. So it's important that you get the correct times for that and you show up. If you don't show up, it will reflect on your report cards. Participation. So if students are not participating during class, that will also reflect on the report cards. And Another thing that I should have mentioned earlier, but the work on Google Classroom is not homework; it's independent work. Okay, we don't assign homework this year; it's all independent work. If you do not complete that independent work, it will definitely reflect on your report cards. Okay. Um, and then on the report card, if it's left blank, it is not covered yet. So don't worry if you see any blank segments on your report card. It just means we haven't got to it yet. Don't expect a lot of threes and fours. Okay, we're still early in the year. We're going really slow, and so not a lot of students are going to be seeing any threes, especially fours, on their report cards. And another thing to look at is incomplete assignments will be reflected on the report cards. Okay, so the assignments that we assign, if they're not completed, pretty much it's going to be a 1 or in old school terms an F. So you don't want to get that score. Okay, let's go back and look at the achievements. This is the rubric that we use for the report cards. Ones are standard not met, twos are standards nearly met, threes are standards met, and fours are standards exceeded. Three is fourth grade is the best way I can explain it. And if you get a 4 on something, that means you're above the fourth grade level, like a fifth or sixth grade. Okay. Expectations. This one's actually really important. So please make sure your student gets a quiet environment. I can't tell you how many times some people have unmuted and it is so much going on in the background. I understand if it's out of your control. If it is, I would say invest in some pretty decent headphones for your child so that they could learn the best possible they can. Okay, session is only for our classroom students. So please, no pets, no other children on the videos. We've had an issue with that. There is privacy concerns with that. So please, the only people that should be visible on the camera, unless I have spoken with a parent, is we want just the students. Okay. Make sure that students are dressed appropriately. I would say make sure you have at the least a shirt and some shorts on. We don't want to have anybody with that. We don't have any issues with that in our classroom, but there may have been in other classrooms. Okay. Don't move around. So don't grab your laptop and walk around with your laptop. Don't sit there and just go like, just moving around like this. I mean, we're only there for 90 minutes. We try to make it as fun as engaging as possible, but we do need your undivided attention. We don't need you to worry about moving around while we're doing in class. Find a good spot and stay there, please. Don't eat during classroom because then your attention is going to be divided between me and your food. And it's only 90 minutes. Have lunch before class starts. You could have lunch at 11:30, or we're finished at 1:45. You could definitely have a late lunch after 1:45. It's really cool. And parents, we do recommend that you observe quietly. Just remember that the microphones work very well in on these computers, so they pick up every noise. So just be so you never know when your students are going to be asked to unmute and share their response. So please just have that in mind during this 90 minutes. Just know that they could be unmuting at any time. Maybe even have your child let you give you a warning that if they're going to unmute, just to make sure. Okay. And then warning: cameras are on. This is in big bold red lettering. Cameras are on, people. So please have your child camera facing the wall, because we do know that parents need to be that have a lot to do at their house. Some parents are cleaning. Some parents are walking around. Sometimes parents are walking around in their pajamas. So we want to make sure that that everything is appropriate, and the cameras catch everything. So, I mean, it could turn into a very embarrassing situation. So I always recommend having the camera facing a wall. So that way on the background, there's a wall. Okay. And then some of our Zoom expectations that you should know for our students is during Zoom sessions, please mute yourself unless asked to. Please be respectful to yourself, to your classmates, and to your instructor. Please turn on your cameras. If there is internet issues, parents, you need to let me know so I can make note of that. But we do need the cameras on unless there's internet issues that make it difficult. Being prepared, being on time, we've been actually pretty good with that. Chatting responsibly, we've been pretty good with that too. And staying on task. Sometimes this comes an issue when there's pets and food and siblings involved, like brothers and sisters. It's tough to stay on task if you're worried about those things. So that's why we need to make sure that those things are, at least for the Zoom session during instruction, that they're not present. Okay, and the final page is my contact information number. Here is my Google Voice number. It's 559-898-2863. Please make note of that. Feel free to call or text me at this anytime. But if you do want to send them text messages, I recommend via Remind app. Nobody can see your message to me, so just know that there's privacy right here. And this app is more specialized for text communication between parents. I can also send out videos and links through this. I would recommend sending me a message on Remind first, and then if it's really important, give me a call on Google Voice. And then if you don't have these two pieces of information from me, you can get it from Google Classroom, or you can call the school, and then they will get in touch with me that way. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Thank you.